is your favorite story timer, Annie, and her best pal, E. And since I'm back and by me, I think it is time, and it was a mutual agreement between the both of us, that we should get back into the wonderful world of Shakespeare. So today's story is going to be Twelfth Night, a Shakespeare story retold by Andrew Matthews. If you have this specific book at home, or the actual Twelfth Night story, then why not go grab it so we can read together. Bye. So, Twelfth Night is one of, my favorite Shakespeare books. Twelfth Night, a Shakespeare story retold by Andrew Matthews, illustrated by Tony Ross. And look at these two. Don't they look so fun together? Here's the cast list. You can pause the video so you can read who each of these peoples are. Now, let's see. If music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it. Ursino. Twelfth Night. Sebastian and his twin sister Viola were as alike as two raindrops. They had the same light brown hair, bright blue eyes, and winning smiles. Sometimes, when they were children, Viola used to borrow Sebastian's clothes and pretend to be him, which confused everybody. That is so like twin siblings to do. Have you ever borrowed your twin's clothing? I don't have a twin. I just have Rosie. The twins grew up together, were taught together, and they almost died together. That was on the day the ship in which they were traveling foundered on a treacherous reef and sank. Viola saved herself by clinging to Sebastian's clothes trunk and was washed up on the coast of Illyria. What happens next? As she was a practical, quick-thinking person, Viola decided she would be safer if she disguised herself as a young man. So she tied up her hair, dressed in clothes that she took from her brother's trunk, and called herself Cesario. She prayed that Sebastian had survived the shipwreck, and for 3 days she sought news of him, but then her money ran out. So, still disguised as Cesario, she found a job as a page to Duke Orsino, ruler of Illyria. Orsino was delighted with his new page, and before long, Viola won his confidence, and he had won her heart. The Duke was tall, dark, handsome, rich, and popular with his people, and yet he was not content. He moped about his palace during the day, and in the evening listened to troubadours singing sad songs. He never laughed and hardly ever smiled. That's really sad. Like many young women before her, Viola found herself falling in love with Orsino, and it was painful to keep her feelings secret. The pain became even worse when one day, when they were alone together, she summoned up the courage to ask why he was so unhappy. "Because I am suffering from the worst sickness in the world, love," Orsino replied. "I'm so in love with Countess Olivia that I don't know what to do, Cesario. I've asked her to marry me 12 times, but she keeps refusing." "She must be mad," said Viola. "If you asked me to, if I were a woman, I would marry you at once, my lord." I'm still going to keep her voice female-like, because really, she is a female after all. There's no way she would be able to disguise her voice properly. Orsino sighed. Then suddenly, he had an idea that seemed so brilliant that for a moment he looked almost happy. "You know, Cesario, I think you could gain Olivia's trust as quickly as you have gained mine," he said thoughtfully. "Go and see her today. Tell her that if she won't marry me, I will waste away and die." "Me, my lord," gulped Viola. Orsino placed his hand on Viola's shoulder. "You're my last hope. So I must try and persuade Countess Olivia to marry the man I love," Viola thought ruefully. "Why does life have to be so complicated?" Though she did not realize, at that moment, Viola's life was about to become more complicated than she could possibly imagine. Dun dun dun. Countess Olivia's parents had died when she was still young, and her uncle Sir Toby Belk had come to live with her. Sir Toby was short and plump, with white whiskers and twinkling blue eyes, and his love for wine and good food had turned his nose bright red. His closest friend was Sir Andrew Aguecheek, a man with a face as long and wrinkled as a bloodhound's. Oh, I forgot to show you this picture right here. It's just their conversation they were having earlier. Since Sir Andrew was a bachelor, Sir Toby had decided that he would make the perfect husband for his niece. Olivia. However, Olivia's steward Malvolio protected her from all unwanted suitors, including Sir Andrew. Look, you can see them all there. On the day that Orsino sent Viola to plead with Olivia, Sir Toby and Sir Andrew were plotting together in the library of Olivia's house. "If I could only be alone with her for 5 minutes," Sir Andrew grumbled. "But Malvolio will not let me see her. He won't even give me her letters." "I mean, he won't even give her my letters. I am such a confused guy." I added that bit because I messed up. Anyways, "My niece has given him far too much control of her affairs, and it's gone to his head," grumbled Sir Tony. "Why, the other evening the scoundrel actually had the impudence to tell me that I drank too much." "The villain," said Sir Andrew. "I intend to teach him a lesson," Sir Toby said with a mischievous grin. "Mark my words, old friend. Before the day is over, Malvolio will be out of our way." And that's where we're going to end it today. On a cliffhanger. Yes. I ended it on a cliffhanger. Well, what do you think? Do you think that Countess Olivia will ever love the Duke? We're gonna find out soon. But this is a very complicated book, 12th Night is, full of twists and turns. And this seems to be the end. So tune in next time for more awesome adventures with Anytime Storytime and her sweet pal E. Goodbye, guys. Thanks for watching.